Greetings. How do you know you are in the right place? My perspective might be skeptical, but let me share my paradigm, my worldview. It's all about the cool romance of Castaneda, the signs of spirit, the signs of the world, the signs of the universe, matching numbers, and those random things that catch your consciousness, mind, subconscious, or whatever else. Well, friends, honestly, you have to live through this period. I went through it myself for several years, and of course, I read literature that, in its own way, lifts all of this up. I believe all of this is great. Really, it's wonderful and amazing, but reality is drier, stricter, more mathematical. Where you are in your place. You are right now in your place because you are really exactly there. You are not somewhere else. You are in this very spot. So this is your place. Do you want that to change? The situation, you need to do something in order to take some kind of action to make it change. If you do nothing, well, it remains unchanged as it is. You are, of course, naturally in your place. Of course, to work on yourself, to engage in the process of self-improvement. But first of all, in the first place, you have to actually want to work on yourself. Many people are generally satisfied with the world of big numbers, large numerical values and statistics, the world where they are involved in some kind of cycle, with no time for meditation or self-work. All of that is considered working on oneself now, but Yove is already something else. A person who practices it is seen as someone who has flown away, transcended the ordinary realm of existence. I would say that the signs of fate and being in your place mean that you can make yourself better, enhance your personal development and growth. You can change something real inside yourself. Usually, it's important to understand that consciousness and those surface flashes we call consciousness and self-awareness are just the tip of a huge iceberg, merely the visible portion of a vast and complex iceberg. The main programs that govern a person lie deeper, and access to them opens up when you can get into a state of here and now. This state is a calm mind, a serene and tranquil state of mind, a state where you can observe your mind from the outside. The best way to achieve this is when you have the opportunity to calm down. Sit down and start observing your breath and sensations in your body, bringing them to a state of stillness, no emotions, clear and precise thoughts, thoughts that are both clear and precise, devoid of any unnecessary clutter, nothing extra. When you see all of this, then there is an opportunity for something deeper to unfold, those inner programs, underlying psychological programs and mechanisms that govern a person. You can then work on these levels in the subconscious and unconscious, which can truly change a person's internal setting, their inner components, transforming them, leading to their transformation and evolution. As I say, the most important thing is to learn to transform problems into resources. Then you will become a rich person, a wealthy individual in terms of personal growth and resources, like me. If you learn to turn your difficulties inside yourself into value, into energy that can give you bonuses, provide you with additional benefits and advantages that can lead to growth and development, just look at what happens. So the more problems you have, the better, right? Because so much untapped potential lies there, simmering, waiting for you to unpack it. Instead of flying around in the clouds with some signs that your subconscious pulls out, and maybe really, truly, indeed concentrate on serious work. The mind, it's like a wild monkey wanting to jump around, skip, and grab everything in sight. But you should focus on the fact that you need 20 minutes of concentration. It's much easier to see all of this in a way. What I mean is, the sooner you start getting to know your inner and true self, the sooner you start observing your mind, the sooner you begin to stop it and the sooner you dive into the depths of your subconscious and transform disturbances and distractions into something useful, the faster you will get to where you want to be. You want to be in a certain place, right? Am I in my place? Oh, I'm not in my place. I want to be in that place, like he is, or whoever. If the question arises at all about whether you are in your place or not, it indicates that you are not satisfied with the place you are in, ultimately. And what will help you move from this spot to somewhere further? Working on yourself. If you are truly ready to work on yourself, we already have everything. Here are the courses, here are the retreats, here are the meditations, here are the flows. Friends, it's all available to you, and I don't need anything in return. But in reality, if you want to make an exchange, an energy exchange, well, if it helped you, like you watched this series, transforming flow of divine love energy from the Father that impacts people, if it helped you, then share it with 3 friends, and if it helped them, they'll pass it on further. Thus, we will undoubtedly reach what is called completely different, so to speak, indicators, and certainly move to another place, right? That is, you will find yourself in a place where it's more interesting for you to be, right? The practice will gain recognition. So here we go, friends, meditate with us. Actually, today we will be recording the next meditation for you on the divine energy of the Mother's love, which is also a very valuable energy, very right, and the basis for working with it is the same. That is, to pay us back for the help this energy has given you. Send it to 3 of your best friends, so it can help them too. You're with us, as they say, and you've received bonuses. It didn't come to you for free, you also made some effort to get it. Well, once again, if you're not lying to yourself, just be honest. The most important thing in self-work is honesty. Don't lie to yourself. You are right now, right there for only one reason. You are there. That is your place. You are exactly in it. To change this position, you need to change yourself. To change yourself, you need to seek everything. I'm not just talking about my techniques, but everything, any techniques. The techniques that can move you from this position anywhere are wonderful. Now, it's time to understand the direction. Where do you actually want to move? Here, of course, an important point is to come to what exists at the beginning, to find your foundation, to find the base, to find where you really are at the moment. And then, little by little, start to move. I believe that the right movement forms the vector of direction. That is, if the direction vector is initially set incorrectly. Then even with the right techniques at a certain speed, it will be hard for you to return. So it's good when you choose just one thing and stick to these frameworks and rules. First, you need to master the empty bamboo. Then you need to master the simple elements of Qigong. That is, you need to learn to breathe in white light. You need to learn to breathe through your legs, through your arms, to feel that some activation is happening in your hands, in your legs, because you breathe with your attention, yes. You breathe with your consciousness through the tips of your toes, for example, yes. Circulation improves there, just because you are focusing on that. Well, that's the nature of things. Where attention is, there is qi. Where there is qi, there is blood. It's like that. There's no point in discussing whether these meridians exist, whether these chakras exist. All of this is real. It is. And meridians and chakras, the cycle of generation, the cycle of control, all of this is already clear. Yes. You are developed people starting to study self-development. You will inevitably pick up a book on change in the Tao. And you will inevitably encounter the 5 elements system, along with other systems that really exist. So, we can certainly deny duality and say that we are all here in a unified divine dance, and that is also true. But on the other hand, if we look from the perspective of a person who is in their place or in someone else's place, it's important to understand that we are separate from each other. Yes, my wallet is my wallet, and yours is yours. So, here we are all together in a singular dance of boundless love, as it were, doesn't really work. More precisely, it works, but again, from a different worldview. From the perspective of a person, you have your passwords, your Instagram, and I have mine. You see, we can't just spread them out like that, because, well, that's how the world is arranged. Yes, there is what there is. Again, if we are honest with ourselves, yes, not lying, there is duality. There is a sunrise and there is a sunset. There is generation and there is, so to speak, everything. There is a tide and there is an ebb. There is light, there is darkness, there is. I don't know, strength. There is weakness. In other words, everything has its own kind of duality. In principle and understanding of this duality, we move on to the next principle. 5 elements and 5 forces that exist just like that in any of the elements of our world. And applying these principles to your physical body, to your life, to your worldview, it's not the same as me walking around saying, oh, 22 to 22. Oh, 17 to 17. Oh, what a time. Yes, if you start paying attention to the red cars that pop up, well, out of nowhere, red cars will start appearing everywhere. You will start noticing that there's some word people are saying. You'll hear that word everywhere. It's just a game of your imagination with yourself. That is, your mind starts to highlight what you focused on because you paid attention to it, and now it's significant for you. It manifests more brightly, but that doesn't mean it didn't manifest before or won't manifest in the future, or that it's somehow separate from everything else. It's all the same. These 22 have flown by in the past too. You just didn't pay attention to. These so-called signs, these red cars, these words, these internal tingles, or other states. It's wonderful when you realize that there is an energetic interaction, that warmth is flowing, or those same tingles, but you need to understand what exactly is happening, whether energy is coming in or going out, because both give a similar effect, a feeling of heat, an increase in warmth, and a sense that something is happening. But with that same feeling, energy can also leave. The potential. If energy is coming in, what kind is it? What is its quality and spectrum? Is it red, green, blue? What does this energy influence? Which chakras does it spin? What will happen as a result? For instance, energy comes in, a lot of energy, but what is its quality? Is it pure? Does it have impurities? Are there any inclusions, any structures within it, any programs or not? Or, what is it at all? In fact, people don't even try to figure this out. But it's important, it's extremely important. So, you've come to a place of power. Oh, many spirits. Someone said they can see them, and there are a lot of them. Well, fine, there are plenty of spirits. But why? Well, is the energy good? Is it good for them or for you? What exactly does it provide? Is it a blue spectrum, a red spectrum? Is it murky or is it pure? Life force, bright crimson? What spectrum does it have, and what does it mean? I believe, friends, that in order to move forward, and to move correctly, we need to take the basic aspects of cosmic energy. I've slightly changed the source, but that's not the point. The essence is that while developing these things, while cultivating flows, you need to pay attention to taste, color, and smell. You need to cultivate flows to understand what it is, what its form is, what color it is, what sound it makes, what taste it has, what feelings it evokes. Does it tingle? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it like spider silk or something else? If it tingles like spider silk and has a bitter taste, then it's probably not a beneficial flow. These are all valuable and correct things that need to be understood. If you want to grow and develop, you need to understand what will give you that growth and development, what will help you understand that this situation is beneficial, that these people are beneficial to me. And likewise, if you understand energy by its taste, color, and smell, you will always start to understand what kind of person this is. Intuitively, you need to read his basic, fundamental, energy, potentials. In the same way, what is he made of? What is the smell? What is the taste? What is the color of this person's energy? Or the energy they exchange with you. It's all important, because the energy that comes into you actually defines you. If you fill yourself with energies of gray gloom, sadness, and longing, then expecting joy to pour in like buckets would be strange, right? It will manifest as despair, longing, some kind of apathy, grayness. Take in pure crimson energy, real red energy. That gives life force a flow. Just like I will be transmitting soon. It will give you life force, a desire to live, to move, to be active, a desire to win. That's how it works. You've loaded a program into yourself, and this program, so to speak, keeps spinning. Where you are, the place you are in, those programs that are loaded into you, this is what they provide. If you want to change this, then load in all different programs. Dig inside, remove the programs that are madness, that are ignorance, that represent complete limitation, the conviction in something unclear. Most people are like stone. They think they know everything, yet they are just fumbling around somewhere unclear. That's it, everyone. The most interesting part, my friends, is at our retreats. That's where the main work happens, and I invest myself fully in helping people achieve balance, harmony, a calm, stable inner state. So, of course, if you have the opportunity, come to the retreat. I can give you and show you much more there. Well, definitely keep an eye on our videos, subscribe to our channel, hit like, and the bell, so you don't miss our next episodes. And thank you all very much indeed. Light and love.